Hello, friends, and welcome to the Capitalize Your Best podcast, where we help you capitalize on what you do best to grow your revenue. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting, and this podcast is part of the Capitalize Your Best podcast network. We have 4 shows. On Monday, we have This Is Gonna Hurt, which is about making a better you. We focus on personal growth on Mondays. On Tuesdays, we have Coach Training Partners, which focuses on enabling coaches to grow their revenue and to create programs. Today's show, Capitalize Your Best, focuses on business and marketing growth. We don't have a podcast on Thursdays at the present moment. On that day, I do a live coaching call with my clients at 11 o'clock. And then on Friday, we have a fun show called You're Entitled to Your Opinion, which does reviews. It does things about genre, sci-fi, horror, just stuff outside the norm, just a chance for me to talk about stuff I like to geek out on. Now, today's show is a little bit different. I recently did a seminar about the 30 pieces of marketing that will transform everything you do. And I've done this seminar a couple times now. And a friend of mine missed it and said, "Hey, can you send me the video?" Well, we didn't record it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share with you an overview of the seminar itself, walking through the slides. We'll do it in an abbreviated fashion. It'll show you how you can use this as well. And I actually have an end of year offer. I don't usually do that in the podcast, but I have an end of year offer at the end where we're going to help you do all of these things. So friends, thanks for tuning in, and let's hop into the summary of the seminar. Okay, this is usually an hour-long seminar, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do an overview of the 30 pieces of marketing content that will transform all your marketing. It'll help you gain leads and it will grow your revenue. Now, one of the things I emphasized at the beginning of the seminars, specifically to real estate agents, but it applies to anybody in the real estate industry, agents who use video in their social media marketing get 49% more qualified leads. That was a study that recently came out in 2024. You know what that means is if you use video in your real estate marketing, if I get 10 leads over the course of the year, you get 15. Now, this applies to every industry. It really does. If you use video in your marketing, you're going to gain more leads. It applies to anyone. It very much applies to the real estate industry. Now, what the 30 pieces of content does include video. It's not just that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a piece of content that you can multiply over and over again to gain leads. And at the end, I will share with you the offer that I shared at the seminar. So let me share my screen here for everybody who's watching. All right, here we go. So this is the seminar. It's called 30 Pieces of Content, a simple approach to transform your marketing. I want to help you create 30 pieces of content that you can repurpose, reproduce, and put across multiple platforms. So let's just go ahead and go forward here. Now, this is an example of how I track my marketing when I am posting it. I use digital trackers. I use a CRM. I use all of those things. But when I am posting all my content and scheduling it out for the week, I like to keep track of it in this way. It just helps me. But again, I've got the CRMs, I've got the recurring posts, I've got all of those things. On the left, you can see that we've got about 13, 14 different pages or platforms that we post on. Across there, you can see it's Monday through Sunday. And then that's me posting 5 pieces of content on almost all of those platforms, some more, some less. But our goal at the beginning of every week is to start with 250 pieces of content for capitalized marketing already scheduled. And then I create content throughout the week on top of that. And the goal on that is to break into everyone's algorithm. Now, it's different pieces of content for different target markets, but this is the way that we approach it. And I still do that marketing myself, because I want to demonstrate to anyone who says, I don't know if I have that time, I'm going to help you find that time by creating these 30 pieces of content. So I've done these 30 pieces of content approach 5 times this year. Sat down, created 30 pieces of content, and I am now repurposing it and sharing it across multiple platforms. So when you see this, I want you to have a ubiquitous approach. I want you to be everywhere all at the same time so people can say, oh, this person can solve my problem. I would like to do business with them. So let's hop in. So what you have here is I created 30 pieces of content for the real estate industry. And this was a script. This is the copy that I used for the very first post. So let me read it real quick. Are you helping home buyers and sellers capitalize on their best deals or just listing properties? So I'm asking the real estate agent, are you helping them or are you just listing? Answer, post at least daily on each platform, sharing content like market updates, tips for agents, success stories. This valuable content will establish you as a trusted real estate authority. If you want to turn expertise into revenue, reach out to me and set an appointment. I can't wait to see what we create. Now, I used this pattern for all 30 pieces. I start with a question. Are you helping home buyers and sellers capitalize on what they do best? Question. Answer, if you aren't, post at least daily. What do I post? These 3 things: market updates, tips for agents, success stories. Then I explain it. This content will do this. Reach out to me. So you see what we got here? I've got a question, I've got an answer, and I've got a call to action. Are you doing this? If not, do it this way. And if you need help, reach out to me. And that's the approach I took for all 30 pieces of content. I came up with 30 pieces of wisdom for real estate agents, and then I created these 30 pieces of content following that pattern. You would do the same. If you're a real estate agent, you would come up with 30 pieces of realtor wisdom. You ask a question, you give an answer, and a call to action. You can do that. You just got to think through, what are 30 pieces of wisdom that I wish potential clients knew. Now, you can take those 30 pieces, and you can take this pattern, and if you're struggling with this, you can throw it in ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok or whatever your AI is and create this. But this is essentially a 45-second script, and it's the copy for what I'm going to do. But you could do that. I'll give you an example. You could say, are you a first-time home buyer, but you don't know where to start? Then if you are ready to start, do X, Y, and Z. This will get you on the pathway to get pre-approved. If you'd like help, reach out to me. That kind of thing. Just 30 pieces of wisdom, you being the expert that you are. You can use it in any industry, but this is a good example for the real estate industry. So the first thing I did is I created these 30 pieces, and it had a question, an answer, and a call to action. Now, what do I do with this? What do you do with this? How does this all of a sudden become a transformative approach once you have the 30 pieces of content? Let me show you just an example of the things you can do with this. You can email your list. If you have an email list, send this out. It's a nice, tight email. It can be read in 45 to 60 seconds. It's a great approach. You can do a LinkedIn post or an article. LinkedIn now allows you to do articles, which is similar to having your own blog on LinkedIn. They're really rewarding that content. Or it could just be LinkedIn. You can just do a post on it. You can do it on your Facebook business page. You can give some wisdom there with your Facebook business. If you're using Substack, which is a newer platform that allows you to have a community and a blog and videos, you can post it on Substack. You can send it out via Twitter X. You can go into ChatGPT and turn this into 280 characters, and it's going to shorten it, and you can send it out. If you're part of a Facebook group, let's say you're in a neighborhood or a Spotsy Talk, FXBG Talk, or any local group that you're part of, you can post it in there just as wisdom. You can make a personal Facebook post out of it. You can add a picture and do it on Instagram, or you can do it on Blue Sky. Blue Sky is essentially an Instagram kind of competitor. Look at all these different places with this copy that you can use. That's amazing. I mean, and I wouldn't do all these on the same day. That'd be very repetitive. But you could sit down with your scheduler. You can schedule on the back end of Facebook, Instagram using Meta Business. Or if you have a CRM with your company, or you use HubSpot, all of them, if you use Go High Level, they'll all allow you to schedule these things out. But all of a sudden that copy gives you all of these uses, but you're not done there. Then this is how I approached it. Now, on the left was the graphic. The origin of me creating this was I did 30 days of real estate wisdom. It was a June jumpstart. And so on the left, you see here, that's my first post. Are you just listing properties or helping people make their best moves? I did a concise summary of that, and every day I did one in June. So I used this graphic on Facebook. I use this graphic when I posted on LinkedIn. I use this graphic when I posted on Instagram. Every time I did one of these, I included one of these graphics. And it was a template I created on Canva, and the only thing I changed was my picture in the right corner. Now, when June was over, I wanted to keep using this content. So I just changed the title from June Jumpstart to Real Estate Jumpstart, and I got rid of the date at the top. And so all of a sudden I could use this content over and over again. It is really important when we're doing these posts to have pictures and graphics with them. And this is eye-catching. You can just do these 30 graphics. You create a template in Canva, and then you just copy it and you put the new information. And if you don't know how to get the summary, again, take that copy, put it into ChatGPT and say, summarize this in 4 sentences for me, and it will. So all of a sudden I'm creating a graphic for my series in June. And then when June was over, I created a new graphic that I could use everywhere. So every time I posted in one of these places, I made sure a graphic went with it. So all of a sudden I've got this 30 pieces of content, all these platforms. All of a sudden that's 210 pieces of content or more. And then all of a sudden I've got the graphics, and then all of a sudden I'm multiplying and multiplying. So that one piece of content, repurposing it, going to different places. Now I've got graphics for a month, and then I have graphics going forward. Then what? I created this.
Are you helping home buyers and sellers capitalize on their best deal, or are you just listing their properties?
I created a video from the copy. That is literally word for word what you saw in that first graphic. And I created a video from it. And it doesn't have to be produced like this. I literally produced this in a conference room with a light, and we created a teleprompter for $5 from the dollar store. Put it on a shoebox. I got a glass from a frame, put it in front of the computer, put it on scroll, and I literally read it. And I created 30 videos just using the prompt that I had. And if you don't want to do this, you can literally just hold your phone up, and they now make apps that will scroll on your screen while you videotape, and they're either free or 99 cents. So you plug in the script, and then you read it while you're looking at the camera, and it looks like you're just natural. You don't have to produce it. Production is great because you can see each one of these are nice and tight. We've got the captions here, and at the end we did a little, you can see we did a little video here. I mean, a little graphic here at the end from that. Now, that's amazing. All of a sudden, I've got 30 videos. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Reels, Facebook groups. All of a sudden, this content is multiplying over and over and over again. But then here, anytime you post a video, you've got to have a thumbnail. And so we created thumbnails. I used the first graphic here in these thumbnails. That's the thumbnail for Facebook and Instagram. But TikTok has a different size. So this one on the right, all of a sudden I created thumbnails for TikTok. And guys, each one of these go to the videos, but each one of these can be its own graphic. And so all of a sudden the content is multiplying over and over and over again. And so all of a sudden I've got copy for emails, for pages, for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, right? And then all of a sudden I created individual graphics, Facebook, Instagram, right? You can do a photo on TikTok and just add music behind it and put the copy below. Then I created videos for each one. Then I created the thumbnails to make sure it looks professional, but then the thumbnails themselves become pieces of content. This 30 pieces of content multiplies. And guys, you can really do this in about a week. You really can. If you take the time to write them out, you get your wisdom. If you need, you can help AI help you create it with the call to action, the question, answer, call to action. And then these graphics you create in Canva or whatever your favorite graphic app is. And then guys, all of a sudden you have so much content. Like, you are everywhere. Guys, we did this series, as you can see. We did it in June, and guys, our numbers have exploded and our leads have come in. And I've done this 5 different times. This just happens to be my real estate one. Now, if you do this, you're going to get leads. 49% more leads in the real estate industry, more leads no matter what. You set yourself apart as the expert in your field, and you're speaking to your target audience. I'm speaking to real estate agents. I'm giving them free wisdom. I'm giving them a call to action. And then the platform is growing, the numbers are growing, and more importantly, leads are growing. You 100% can do this. Now, what I discovered is the first time I taught this, I taught it in a 2-hour workshop. We went through it. Folks were like, this is great, but I don't know how to start. And I rarely do this outside of a seminar. I want to go ahead and share with you the offer that we made, because we do this at Capitalized Marketing. Here's what we will do for you. We will assist you in creating those 30 pieces of content. We will create 30 social media ready graphics for you. We'll create 30 square thumbnails and 30 vertical thumbnails. The vertical ones to TikTok. And we will come to you, if you're in the Fredericksburg local area, and film the 30, 60-second videos in one day in one location, which means we'll come to you. Let's say you're up in King George, or let's say that you're wherever the case may be. And then we will come to you, and in one day in one location, we will film these videos for you, professionally filmed videos, and you will have them ready to go. So we'll help you create the 30 pieces of content, the 30 graphics, the 30 thumbnails, the 30 vertical thumbnails, and we'll come film these videos for you in one moment. You could start 2026 absolutely just blasting out your social media. And guys, this is a multi-$1,000 approach, but we're doing this right now. We're doing it for $1,297. My team is ready to go. We will create all of these. If you've professionally filmed one video with most videographers, it's going to cost you $1,000. You're going to get 30 by doing this. We have the ability to do this. So let's say, wait, you're like, but I don't want to manage all that. I don't know how to post all that. We will do all of that, and we will post and schedule your content for you on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn for $14.97. We're going to help you write it. We're going to create the graphics. We're going to film it. Then we will manage your social media for 1 month, post all those things on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn for $14.97. So if you're interested, guys, there are 2 QR codes here. If you're just listening to this, please grab the video on YouTube or reach out to me. I'll send you the raw video. If you have questions about this, I'll be glad to help. But guys, what we really want to do is just help you grow your business. We really do. So I appreciate you watching this. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see what we do together. Guys, thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.